Hey, everybody.
Well, we got a real special video today. We do. We always talk about functionality, and we talk about the different functions of a house. So what you're going to see in this video is a rooter-to-tutor illustration and communication of how we got water to the house. All right? So, you ready? You ready? All right. It's going to be a doozy. All right. So, what these are called copper rods. So, when we wanted to get water, we had to figure out where to drill. So, you could pay a company to come out and do topography and sounding, and that's anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 for them to run a pulse in the earth, and from the pulse tell you if they found water. Then I started finding these people called well witchers that could find the water. Well, they want $1,000 to $2,000. Well, and they'll give you no guarantee. So I said, well, let me see if I can figure out how to do it. So we're about to show you how to do it. All right, so better get the camera so you can get a close on my hands.
Make sure you're not running no shim.
Make sure it ain't no shim. All right. So in our research of learning how to do this, it's real fundamentally sound. It kind of functions under the same premise of when you go to the bathroom, when you go in the house and you touch water and you always feel like you got to pee. Well, related to that concept, okay? So before anybody out there start thinking this witchcraft or voodoo or something stupid, our ancestors knew how to do this. They were connected to Gaia. They were connected to the earth. And we have forgotten how, because we know how, we just forgot how. So I'm going to show you how. Okay, so what I have here is two simple little copper rods. They're not as pretty as they was when I bought it, because they've been sitting outside for a year or so. But anyway, I decided to say, let me do this. So I studied it, watched it, studied it. So here we go. So what first thing you got to do is you got to create a connection to you and the rods. And you do that by kind of rubbing them back and forth. It almost creates like an electrical charge, for lack of a better way to say it. Then you got to get in harmony with it mentally. All right? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tell Gaia, I'm going to tell the earth, I want you to talk to me. I want you to tell me and point me in the way of water. If I'm pointing in the right direction, I want you to go crosswise. If I'm pointed in the wrong direction, I want you to go apart. Go apart if I'm in the wrong direction to find water. If I'm in the right direction, crisscross. Again, Gaia, if I'm in the wrong direction, go apart to help me find water. Which way do I need to point? If I'm pointing the wrong way, please go apart from each other. If I'm pointing the right direction, please crisscross. All right. You gotta see that. My hands ain't moved. So, Gaia, the earth, has told me I pointed in the wrong direction. So, let's see if we can find the right direction. Because I ain't showed you where the water is yet. All right. So now, come around here, baby. All right. So I'm going to recross. Stand right here. I'm going to recross my rods again. Come closer here. Gaia, point me in the direction of the water. If I'm in the wrong direction, go apart. If I'm in the right direction, go crisscross. Otherwise, point both rods in the direction of water. Which way do I need to walk to find water? Communicate to me the direction that I need to go to find water. Which way do I need to go? Please show me which way to go for water. receiving your communication. Which way? All right. You see my hands are not moving whatsoever. I'm being extra still. And you see the rods moving and they're pointing. Guess which way they're pointing? Boom, 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 boom. See that solar system over there? So the rods told me to walk this way. So we need the song, walk this way. So we're gonna walk this way and see what she says. Come on, baby.
I'm following you.
All right.
All right.
All right. So now, as you see us walking this way, there's my water tank. Let's stop here.
Okay.
All right. So now, I've walked this way. So now I'm going to point this way. Come around this way, baby. I am pointed in the way. Come closer. You're too far for me to talk. I am pointed in the direction of my water tank now. So now, I'm going to ask Gaia again. Watch my hands. They don't move. Hold on, let me roll my sleeves up so y'all don't say.
He got tricks up his sleeve.
Right, he got something up his sleeves. All right. So make sure we get that out the way. I got nothing up my sleeves. All right. So now I'm going to hold my rods. As you see, I hold them level, hold them even. Gaia, crisscross if I'm pointed in the right direction. Go apart if I'm pointed in the wrong direction. Or point me in the direction. If I am pointed the right way, crisscross. Let me know I'm on the right path to water. Show me the water. Connect me if I'm in the right direction to the water. Crisscross for me. Let me know X marks the spot. Watch my hands. Alrighty. So, we just showed you that you have a power, you have a capability, you have a ability. You just forgot how to use it. And this ability ties you back to nature, which is what the Creator designed you to do. We just forgot we know how to do it. So, this is how we found water. I didn't spend paying nobody. I didn't spend for sounding. And we bet 50 grand that I was right. Because that's what it costs to drill the well. So, we're going to walk over here now and you'll see the water. Okay, so what we have here, this is the well. Before anybody start telling me about their grandma's house down in Alabama and they had to pull a well up with a rope and shit like that. That ain't how this go. So, this pipe right here goes 940 feet in the ground. Inside of this pipe is pipe like this, but it's schedule 120 PVC pipe, 900 feet down. That cord right there goes 900 feet down all the way to the pump. All right, so the pump sends the water up, puts it in this tank. So now I'm going to show you how I get the pump to work. So, first thing I do is I cut my solar panels on. Then I wait for this click. That lets me know the power has hit the inverter. Then basically, I push the green button, turns it on. Takes about 20-30 seconds or so. And then you'll hear this noise. Wait for it. Wait for it. So that's the noise. So now that lets me know the pump is on. So once the pump gets up to 3,200 RPMs, which is from the sun, the pump will then create enough water and start putting water in the tank, which I'm going to show you in a minute. Takes a little bit, not long, takes about a minute or two for the water to actually come up from the pump and start coming in there. Okay, so from here we have plumbing that's about 2 feet down in the ground. I learned that from the last tank we put in. If it gets too cold, the fitting could crack and you can get a leak. So this time on this tank I used all brass fittings. I didn't use any PVC fittings. Watch your leg, baby. I'm gonna do that better one day. I just ain't got to it yet.
Yeah, cement that in the ground.
Right, I'm gonna do it better one day. All right. So in there is the fitting coming off the tank, shut-off valve. As you can see, it's a metal fitting. And now you can hear the water. See that? See it?
Don't drop my hand.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see this, but you can hear it. But I don't know if you can see it. There you go. I'm getting a shot so they can see. I dropped this, my wife can kill me. But anyway.
Show the pressure from the back.
Oh, okay.
That way they can see the actual water pressure.
All right, come on.
Okay.
All right. So, if I ever want water to come out this way, I can always do this. Shut it off there and turn it on here. So that's the pressure we get off the pump, but we don't really need the pressure off the pump. So,
And how many gallons do you get per 2 hours that you
we
run
get
it?
about 7 gallons a minute coming out the well. As you can see, water, well, we'll show you more. So, that's the well coming out the ground from my 2 rods. So, the water goes in the tank, comes through the plumbing, comes into here. So, this is what's called our pump house. Come on over so they can see better. Come close so I can talk. This is the pump house. So in here, what you have is a pressure pump right there, a jet pump, which keeps this right here full. This is a 70-gallon pressure tank. And then you have another small tank that we use for watering for the garden, and that's going to be used for our sprinkler system. So these 2 tanks, come around this way, sweetie. These 2 tanks connect in here. Alright, and they're on 230 volt. Both tanks are. And both of those pressure tanks are connected to our solar to the house, not to this solar. This solar is strictly for bringing the water up out the ground. Okay? So the way these pressure tanks work, they only turn on when we use the water past the pressure point. So we got a really big one for the house, so that way it doesn't turn on and off that much. So there's 70 gallons of water in there under pressure, 60-40 split. 60 is the high cutoff point, 40 is the low fill up point. So what that means is my pressure will, when it's full, it's at 60. As I use water, it'll drop. Once I get to 40, the tank will turn on and repressurize the system back to 60. So I'm always between 40 and 60 for pressure for the house. So basically my wife can wash clothes, run the dishwasher, and take a bath, potentially, and then it'll turn back on. So if you're on an off-grid system, that's real crucial because you don't want your batteries turning on and off at nighttime while your wife's taking a shower or this and that if it don't need to, okay? Especially off 230 volt. But 230 volt is better than 120 because I could have ran them off 120, but I would have used more amps. So by using a higher wattage, I'm using less amps, which is better for my solar system. But if you take the course, I can break that down for you better. All right. So what we got here is, come right here, honey. You see those two pipes going into the ground. So when you come this way, one pipe is going straight to the house, which comes into the basement, which I'll show you in a second. And the other small pressure tank comes over here, which is always pretty much on. And this is what we use to water. Come closer. This is what we use to water and how we run water up to the tanks for the RVs. So we're using this water also for the RVs. So basically, this is always on. When I turn this on, that's the pressure I got. So this tank is also at a 60-40 split on the small tank. So this is the small tank on the pressure tank. And then basically I just leave it on. This will run water to our new greenhouse that we're in the midst of building right now. And it'll also run water to my chickens and my dogs, so I don't have to keep carrying water all the damn time. All right. So, baby, you get a recap of that. I'm going to go. Well, I don't think we need to show the water coming out the basement.
No.
Okay. All right. All right, so now we're going to the house. And I will let my wife take over from here.
Alright guys, so now you saw the whole process of the water coming into the house. It goes in through the basement. From the basement, it comes up here and it goes through this filtration system first. So what this filtration system is universal water. I wanted to find something that not only would soften the water, but also filter the water. Because the well water is good water, but it's a little harsh. So harsh that it broke out all my hair. And I had to figure out what the hell, why was my hair falling out? So we were trying to find a system that would soften the water and filter the water. And it was kind of hard, and do the reverse osmosis. And it was kind of hard to find an all-in-one system. So we found this system. You know, you probably seen these people in Home Depot asking you if you want to get your water tested for free. Well, this is that company, Universal Water. So what this does is it softens the water with potassium. It also filters it without us having to purchase filters because it automatically drains all that waste down the drainage system. And it has a reverse osmosis system. So that's what this is. So all of our water coming in from the well goes through this process first, and then it goes to our 40-gallon hot water tank. And so from there, it goes through the rest of the house. So I'm able to wash and everything. I can't show you turn on the water to this sink because my husband has to redo the drainage.
Yeah, I was off by half an inch. I gotta take the whole shit loose.
Yeah, it didn't.
Those midgets, pay attention.
Always. So we gotta redo that. But come on in here so I can show you the water pressure in the house. So from the sink, as you can see, we got good water pressure. So everything functions well. The dishwasher functions well. Oh, so here, I'm going to show you. So this right here is for the reverse osmosis system. That's for you to have fresh drinking water. And I'll just show you guys. So as you can see, that comes out good pressure. And as you can see, the water is very clear. And under here, I'll just show you guys for the sake of purpose of showing you. But these are the reverse osmosis filtration system, if I'm saying that correctly. And this is the pressure tank for the reverse osmosis water. Am I saying that right, babe? Okay. So that's all up under the sink here. And then from here, it's also a line that goes to the refrigerator. So that the water coming out of the refrigerator is clean. So as you can see, clean, fresh water and ice. So everything functions normally. So now I'm going to take you to the bathroom just so you can see how everything functions in there as far as the water. And I have to say that we've had no leaks or anything. We did our plumbing well, as much as a headache as it was for us doing all that plumbing. We've had no leaks, so everything we did properly. So we were very thankful for that.
Yeah, the shark bite was well worth it.
Yeah, the shark bite was worth it. So the toilet works fine.
One flush.
One flush.
One hitter quitter.
So everything, our home is functioning like a regular home in the city. And that was our goal. You know what I'm saying? That's important for us. So, everything.
Off-grid don't mean substandard.
It doesn't, and I get that so much. Well, you're not living off-grid because you're on TikTok, you're on Facebook, and you got... And, it's kind of frustrating trying to explain that to people. But, off-grid living means being self-sustainable.
There you go.
Being out of the city and being able to function on your own. And however you choose to live, whether you choose to live without all of the amenities as far as internet and, stuff like that, or you choose to function in a very basic way, that's your choice. But that's what off-grid living is, as far as my definition of it, is living self-sustainable. And we choose to be able to function in the way that we're used to. And we're showing that can be done.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to show you now the sink. So you saw us putting in all of this, but you never actually saw us turn on the sink. So this faucet, I love this faucet. As you can see, it's lit up in blue. It uses no batteries. It uses no bulbs.
There's no power.
No power. It's not plugged up. It powers itself from the pressure of the water and the temperature of the water.
Turn it to hot.
So right now it's on cold. And as I turn it on hot, once the water warms up, it will turn. So now the water is warm, so it's green. And once it gets hot, the lights will turn red. And there it is.
So now you know the water's hot. Don't put your hand in there. Hold on. Shit, burnt me.
So you see the steam, the water gets real hot, so a hot water tank runs real well. But yep. So pretty cool. And you don't have a lot of pressure coming through this because of the design of the faucet, of course. But it's just made for hand washing. So that's that, guys. So now you see the functionality in our home as far as our water. Of course, we still have another bathroom to do, the master bathroom, and we'll show you that once we get to that. But so far, everything is running real well as far as our water, the plumbing, the electrical. We did a good job. So, I just wanted to show you guys that because I do want to always show you the functionality of our home, not just the cutesy bootsy and the framing. I think it's important for you to see the functionality as well.
Okay, so we hope you guys enjoyed the water functionality video. We really wanted you guys to see the end result of a year's worth of work, going back from putting in the solar system for the water, putting in the well pump for the water. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? So we just wanted you guys to see that the house is becoming functionable, and we wanted you to see that it is not what people have in the back of their brain thinking off-grid is a substandard lifestyle or substandard functionality. It's not, okay? And we're trying our hardest to send that message out to you guys so that you guys can really understand getting out the system and what we're talking about when we say get out the system. So keep in mind we got our first
Our YouTube premiere
go live.
going live on January 30th at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So don't forget, mark your calendars. We will be answering all of your questions live. So whatever questions you have about living off grid, cost, so forth and so on, you will be able to ask those questions and we will answer your questions live. January 30th, 5 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yep. And then we got the school.
Yes.
How to Be Free University. HBFU. Coming to you. Again, the tentative timeline is March.
Yep,
we're working on
March.
we're working on all the pricing plans, the logos, the website, and the core content, the courses, and how it'll be structured. For any of you really entertaining this, it'll be a great website with great content, great courses, one-on-one, Zoom meeting, part of the courses, outlines, logic diagrams, flow charts, spreadsheets, things to help you with, reducing debt, things to help you with defining what off-grid means to you. So I think stay tuned. You guys will really enjoy it. We're making it affordable. We're making it fun. We're making it interactive. It'll also create a community that those of you who participate in it will become part of an exclusive community to be able to interface with other folk who may be doing what you're doing or just finished what you're about to do, and you will have that direct interface with other people to get brainstorming ideas and answers as well.
Yes.
So we're really putting our heart and soul into that.
Yes. My goal is to not only show what we're doing, but to help you guys that also want to become self-sustainable and free to be able to accomplish the same thing, no matter what your situation is, no matter what your finances are.
Yeah.
So you can visit the website. It's not complete yet, but you can visit the website. It's howtobefree.life. And if you want to sign up for the courses and you don't want to miss anything, click the subscribe button and put your email in, and we'll keep you posted when everything goes live on that website and get started.
Yeah.
So
So,
go ahead.
go ahead,
Sorry.
So till next time,
Be free.
be free.